So what about logistics? I would suggest that you create a dedicated email address for your Hangout. Mine is opensm@captivetouch.com. That allows me to keep the organization and logistics of my Hangout separate from all the other emails I get at snurani@captivetouch. Then create a dedicated community for the logistics. Invite your speakers there, and you can have, that would be a private community where you can have private conversations with your speakers as to the format of the presentations. And it would also be a good idea to create a standard document for your speakers that outlines the rules of engagement with your brand, what it is that you require of them to do. As for me, the only thing I require is that if they have a presentation slideshow, that they would co-brand it with the Captive Touch brand. That's the only requirement. And some people say they would do it, and then they end up not doing it, and then they don't get invited again to speak. So then you might want to also include instructions on setting up a Google Plus profile. Not all of your speakers, especially if you meet them outside of Google Plus, are familiar with the Google Plus platform. What I often do is that I point them to a video by Ronnie Bincer or something, because he's the authority on Google Plus Hangout. So instructions on doing an HOA, it's always pretty much those fabulous instruction videos that Ronnie Bincer puts together. And I'll also provide your phone number so that if they get stuck in traffic or something happens, they can contact you. So how do you find speakers? You basically keep your eyes open. If you want, you can start with some of your close associates that you know are good speakers and are high quality. Start with them, and then you can later on invite other people that are not in your circle of influence. So keep your eyes open, create a special circle for people that you think you might want to invite, and keep them there so you can always have this resource to draw upon. And don't be afraid to approach high-profile speakers, and they are human after all. I have approached a number of really high-profile social media leaders, and I have been delightfully surprised how human and wonderful they are. So yeah, don't hesitate to invite those high-profile people, because that's going to drive a lot of attention to your Hangouts. How do you figure out your topics? Well, one of the things that you should do definitely is ask your community. Remember, they are the center of your universe. Also listen to social conversations and see what questions comes about, what it is that people most are having a problem addressing. And I would also want to suggest that you stay focused on a specific area. Don't have Hangouts, hold Hangouts on topics that are too desperate, because people want to really know what it is that you are specializing in. One of the points of these Hangouts is to establish yourself as an authority on a particular topic. So stay focused. Another important thing is to create a customized banner for your Hangouts, because that would have your branding, and after a while you have a number of different Hangouts. And if you keep doing it, people are going to start immediately associating the branding of the Hangouts with you and the quality of your workshops. It makes it easier for people to recognize it. And then once you create that standard Hangout, you can repurpose it. You can just decide where pictures are going to go, where titles are going to go, and when you have a new speaker, you just change the photos and the information. So I would also suggest to keep the banner simple. Don't put too much information in there. All we really need is the headshots of your speakers, and tell people who they are, what they're going to talk about, and when they're going to talk about it. Then you want to create a Google Plus event with that banner as the top banner image. And what you want to do is invite public first, and then your other relevant circles, because if you do it the other way around, then Google Plus will not let you invite the public anymore. On the day of the event, start the HOA before you go live. And how far in advance you want to start the HOA, it really depends on how much preparation you have to do, depends on the skill level of your speakers. And you want to invite your speaker and also those people that have RSVP'd, and basically prepare, make sure their slides are working, advancing, they know where all the buttons are. And you also might want to put a separate day to practice a hangout with someone who has not had the opportunity to do hangouts. Okay, so oops. Share, these are some of the things I do that I did today. You embed the link to your Hangout into the event page, and what you do, you take the link to the URL and then put it inside the event. There's a place that you go and edit the event, choose more options, and put that URL in there. And you can take this embed and put it anywhere on your website. Maybe if you want to host the Hangout on your website, you can take that embed and embed the presentation there. Then share the URL to the YouTube, because your HOAs are broadcast on YouTube on the event page for your mobile viewers, because if they are on the go, they can at least watch the presentation online. Then share the link to your Hangouts to the event page so people can join. And some people, like I said, don't like to do that. If you don't want to do it, up to you. But for example, I sent an invite to Dave today, Dave Leopold, and he didn't get the invite, but when I shared the link, he was able to join. So sometimes these invites can be a little tricky. So this is the embed link. Actually, this should say embed this link into your website. I should change that. Then this URL, that's where you use for your mobile viewers, and also add it to the events page.